Yeah, this man robbed me this morning.
Why?
My
He's supposed to
my
be the guy in the black. He wearing some black Air Force
man,
kind. Yeah.
I just had on black, I had on a black tee when I went before just now, but I get soaked in rain, so I was like a quick
Well,
shower.
it raining.
Yeah, man.
Somebody needs a natural shower, you know what I'm saying?
It's not
Can't go
raining,
wrong with
but man. So water my grass. They try to pay for. Trying to pay for water, man.
I
Kenny,
feel like I the only positive life in this whole G man era, man. Like I look tough.
What you
that. Is
talking
it?
about?
Yeah, I'm
This is
black and big gold chain.
dog. This is North Face. This is just. This
man,
is
I
Hello.
couldn't find my chain. It would have
All
I
right,
would
you
have been matching with
gangsters.
the man them.
Right.
All right,
Me,
you
if
all
I
don't
want.
pull out the nine.
This man.
It feel nice that the whole team on here, man.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
feel nice. Feel nice.
We live on IG. We live on IG.
3-2-1, 3-2-1.
Live on IG for sure, for sure. So just be aware. I'm gonna say it one more time. I am live recording.
Yeah. Make sure because the Wi-Fi is on. The Wi-Fi is
I ain't got
on.
nothing bad to say.
The Wi-Fi is on. So
Kenny, you born in Zinc, right?
of course.
Yeah, that's a true bred cruiser right there.
What are you talking about? Yeah,
Oh,
I did. I die.
Dude. They had that post the other day. Get me cross, dude. How so
Yeah.
this man tried to claim that if you're not born in the Virgin Islands, you're not from the Virgin Islands.
blasphemy.
That is bullshit. That
I
is
had that
pure
Uh,
bullshit.
I had that shit and I took it personally.
I take that. I take it to her too, cause where
Listen,
you
listen.
where you born?
I born Atlanta.
What? Wait,
I
I thought you were
This
Tomian. I
man
thought you
you
were
little
St.
boy.
Thomas.
fucking
Sure.
told me, man.
do you
I thought you were
serious, man?
Tomian.
Swear to God, I was at Grady Bay. I was born in Grady Hospital when I was younger. I think my mother was in school at the time in the States, and then I moved back down. If I have the story correct, I moved
Dog, are
back
we
down.
are we even friends, dog?
I swear
I
What
I
don't
realized that. That's
what
I
don't
crazy.
I
am.
know?
oh my gosh, I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina, Wake County.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't know that neither.
No, I knew that from far right. I knew that from far right. No, my born in
Wait,
one
wait,
Louis
wait.
Valley.
Brad ain't said, Brad, you buy St. Lucia?
Whoa. I ain't got nothing against no St. Lucia. People don't take no offense to that. I born in
Brian,
St. Croix.
oh, I said Brian, you Lucia.
Dude, but you
So,
see,
Brad, you
so
said
look,
true.
in my situation, right? I born in North Carolina, yes. But at the age of 2 months, I moved to the VI with my parents who grew up in the VI. And
That's what
for
I'm
the
talking.
rest of my life, I grew up and was raised in the VI, fully ingrained in the culture. My first memory is in friggin' St. Croix. I don't know what my last memory going to be, but what the hell? How are you going to try to say that I am not from the VI just because I'm not born? I think that's bullshit.
If we want to be super duper technical, then maybe. But imagine how
No,
it gonna sound. Like. I tell that man, yo, hey yo, the man hearing my accent, everything, and he said, yo, what's good? Where were you from? And I say Atlanta. How the fuck? They like what?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what you type away.
They
Man,
gonna
I'm
be like
dude,
you.
about the age, and I was
dog,
like,
no. It's nationality and ethnicity. That seems to be the biggest argument.
The
And then
disparity. Yeah.
the crazy thing is, if you're speaking nationality, if you're born in a VI, you are not a Virgin Islander. You're an American. Okay?
facts.
And
True.
if you,
True.
and ethnicity, most of us don't even have great grandparents that was born in the VI.
And
Most
it's
of the
fact.
True.
VI.
It's
Facts.
rare
So
that
if
you
we
will
want to
find
get
a
super
fourth
technical,
generation Cruiser.
if you want to get super technical, you either American and then like 85% of the VI demographic do not come from the VI from the ancestors and going
Yeah.
back a few generations. Most people.
It's,
My
oh,
people, my mother side, my father side, different kids. My mother's side,
True.
my grandfather born in my grandfather from New York, my grandmother from Puerto Rico, and then she grew up here, and they met in New York. A
I
lot of
see a
people, parents from St. Lucia, Antigua,
facts.
Dominica,
Yeah,
Santo Domingo,
Alo.
Trinidad.
Puerto Rico.
I see a partner say right, and you have a good point. The partner he share it and he has say. So you telling me you got don't count Pumpa, don't count
Mm-hmm.
Queen Mary. I think Swanks ain't band neither.
No, that man's a
Yeah.
Don't,
petition.
so
Yeah.
don't count Swanks. Like what are we like? Come on. So but
If
wait,
you take away most of the greatest historical figures
Ain't
that
from VI.
St. Croix or the Virginians a whole claim to, they're not from the Virginians, they're not from St. Croix.
that is
So,
very
Right,
possible, right?
right, because
that
the
very
VIE
but
is a
I
melting
think
pot.
people from elsewhere.
So
Yeah.
for the real Crucian them, the real VI man them. What's I think what I think about what part I said, do I agree with
But
him?
see, that's a
I
funny
still me
thing
off, all
here.
right?
Like, I ban on St. Croix, but just like Fire was saying, yeah, I ban on St. Croix. My parents ain't from St. Croix, 100% Kitishan. So, do I claim being Kitishan or do I claim being Crucian? Can I ban here? You
So you
check?
see, that's
And
but you see,
technically,
Because
that's
your
one of the
if I
things.
was
ethnicity
in the
would be
Bab, if I was in the
Kitishan.
Bab, and I got a Jamaican
True.
mother and Antiguan father, they proud to say, yeah, I'm a Jamaican, you know? They ain't never see Jamaica a day in their life.
True.
But
You
they don't
see,
claim being
you see.
Jamaican because that's the
Mm-hmm.
culture they had. That's why I didn't get into that conversation because to me, where you from is where you represent your culture. Like
Yeah.
you represent VA, you represent St. Croix, you cruising as far as I concerned.
I
I
agree.
personally got a limit on it though. If you can get 10 years in, I go say you pushing it.
That's
I ain't
fair.
But
ways to say that. You see,
that's
but
fair.
you
That's
see
fair.
why. So you see, one of the things I have an issue with is when I have
Oh wait, hold up,
somebody
hold
who
up, hold up,
only.
hold up, hold up, hold up,
I
hold up. We gotta make
hold
sure
on.
we let Kenny know. Kenny, we're on limited time. We're on limited
Hey,
time.
hey,
We know you
hey,
like to
hey,
run off your mouth. We're on limited time.
hey. I keeping it. I keeping.
Go
I keeping it
ahead.
short. I keeping it short to the point. So as I was saying before I was interrupted, is what I have issues with is when you have people, right, who's born in the States, and just because they've been to St. Croix once or twice during the summer, they're claiming St. Croix hard, 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 like as if it's a yeah. Hey man,
That's
I'm
why.
cruising, man. I'm
Huh.
from the VI till I die, man. And like that's what I don't like. It's like nah, dog. Like you got to slow your roll there, dog. You know what
Hey,
I'm
you know, again, like you're supposed to be in the pod. Sorry, my bad. Let me mute. Let me mute. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, man. I guess the thing is like you have to ask them those hard questions, like, yo, what's your favorite tot then? You know, what's the national flower? What's the national board? You know what I mean? It's like you gotta ask these questions. Is like, dog,
Henry,
like
What,
you ain't
what's
from
the
we
here.
got some
national flower? What's
Crucians
the national
that don't
flower,
know what
Kenrick?
the national flower
Hey,
Yellow
or the Bab
cedar,
is.
hold
yellow.
on, listen.
No. Yellow cedar for the board. Ginger Thomas for the flower. Back up, back up. I
Hey, yo,
I
Alright,
had Mr. Harris. Relax. I had Mr.
no,
Harris.
I had Mr. Harris T in the.
You skip, dog. Shut up. Me and you skip together. Fuck you mean? Me and you skip together. We talking about?
I remember I used to call I out the class.
Exactly. Hey, we
But
got into Bossaroo. We talking about? We skip together, dog.
so we all, it
Well,
seems like we all on the same consensus. You finished with your thoughts, Kenrick?
huh?
You
I
finished
said my
with
piece.
your,
Yeah.
okay.
Of course. I keeping it short. I keeping it
I
short.
will, it seemed like we all on the consensus that a man was talking shit. They have their parameters, but you don't necessarily have to be born there. And if you wanna say that, you better have roots in the friggin' VIE up to your great grandparents if you wanna make claims like that. And and
Facts.
I and I done there. All right, so now y'all blackers out now. It's your boy Tafari, you know. Come true. Welcome to Come True the podcast. And I there with
Thanks.
my boy them from way back in the days. We pushing what 10, 20, 10, 12, 15 years now.
Time to
Damn,
fly.
Golly.
I think
15.
about it.
Yikes. Yeah man. Y'all
Jeez.
introduce yourself.
I don't know what time it is. It's the luxurious, the fabulous,
Here.
the bit a little decent. Today we got a little like, pan thing, chop a little bit. But I don't know what time it is. It's your boy, the one and only Webman. Run. Give the applause. Give the applause.
Come on, class. Come on, class.
I don't get a button for my applause. B.
Yeah. We definitely need to upgrade with that.
Hey, but we joined by some guests, Father. We get some prestigious guests, some real close guests.
Real,
I
real
introduce
close. Yeah,
introducing
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
introduce myself.
Brian,
So wait,
I guess I'm call out name. Introduce yourself, the man. Peter, sorry.
I think
Peter.
I probably the best guess, the only guess. I go by Peter, but my real name is Brian. I have to bring some flavor to the pod, so we're gonna see how it goes.
we said to bring some color.
He said,
I gotta be the
Yeah.
light among these demons.
"Say what I said, bring color."
Hey, we also get a big chain button it. Okay.
Whoa, the
Yes,
man,
I
don't pull
get
out the
it.
man.
Yo,
I feel so naked, all that. Hey,
I should have
yes,
bring out
I.
2 chains, no bracelets. Yeah, man, this your boy Kenny, man. I just coming in to keep it short, keep it sweet,
Wow,
Just
we don't want
now,
to be
now,
shy
don't,
last week.
now you don't have to be too short. No, you would just. We all don't know Kenny Cross. We we do two other podcasts so far, man. Kenny could talk.
That's
He
me
could
Mr.
talk.
style.
Talk. Nah, man, I don't know my
Ay,
place,
ay,
but yeah, man, this your boy here, Kenny, just tuning in. I appreciate that, man, for having me, On another one, I thought I was gonna ban me for life, so I was just like, damn, I just told me
no
your
man,
last days, but
could
no,
never,
man, but I
could
appreciate
never.
you guys having me, man. Yeah, man, I appreciate the time, I appreciate the company, and then once again, talk about some stuff and come
Not
true.
All
advice,
right.
not advice. Before you go far right, I want to take the mic for a second. I don't know what to do every time. Beginning of a new week is Sunday. But y'all thankful for this week, man. Something that happened, any little event. But y'all thankful for this week.
Well,
I
me,
thankful. Oh yeah, go on, Kenny. Gotta take it next.
I know Tafari do like to talk, so I can keep it short. But I just thankful that I make it through a long week and I ready to for start this next week. Past week was a little tough, been real busy. Ain't have much time for my personal life, if you want to say that. Been busy with work, so going into a new week smooth. And I'm thankful for that. They made it through. I'm ready to start the new one.
Facts. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I was just about to say who get out. Guys. Yeah.
Wow,
Hey, hey.
this podcast padding.
Yeah, I thankful for one my today especially. I was working on this video for a client for some drone images of a property, and I was trying to learn some stuff I never did before. And she completely handled everything. She didn't even come to me, bother me about anything. She just said, worry about that, figure it out. I could see you wanted to get it done, and you want to get it done today, so I want to take care of everything. So definitely thankful for that. And then TJ as well, my son. He in soccer and stuff. He was so quick to give up like last year when we
Yeah,
first tried to get him in, but now he actually pushing, he enjoying it, he not giving up, he
You
gets
swear,
back
right?
up
Or is
if he
just me?
yeah,
fall
man.
down. He now he pushing and he know not so quick to give up. So I thankful for that too.
That's good. That's
That's good,
good.
man.
What you saying, Kenny?
No, man, I had to get that round of applause real quick, Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I just thankful for for another week, man. Was working on my end of course for my pilot's license. It was a little rough.
Whoop,
It was
whoop,
a
whoop,
little
whoop,
rough,
whoop.
but I was able to get one portion of it done. I get my ride for the FAA scheduled for the
Say,
22nd of March. So your boy gonna be a official pilot soon coming.
Hey, yes
So I'm gonna
sir.
just get some
Blessings, blessings,
studying
bro.
done. I'm gonna be checking out soon, and then I'm gonna be taking some well-deserved R&R, some vacation time before I head up to OCS. So I'm start preparing for that day, man. So I'm really thankful for just thanking God for just like keeping me, and then of course the support from my homies, my bros, them words of motivation and what's not. So that's me, man.
true. Well, you don't know. Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Jah! Yeah,
Rastafari.
you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, thank God for the opportunity and another day at life, another week at life, another year at life. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be alive. Like I was sharing earlier before we started, the class has been kicking my ass a little bit. For those who don't know, I am school for advertising right now. I'm doing a lot of design, a lot of things, a lot of independent thinking, a lot of creativity, which is not necessarily my strong suit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely challenging. But thanks for the challenge because I know on the end of discomfort is growth. You know what I'm saying? There's no growth without discomfort. So definitely give thanks for the opportunity to be able to be challenged, to be able to grow, and then share that experience with somebody else to grow here. And then, of course, give thanks for the Come True podcast to be able to share our experiences and give out positive words on, man. But that's it for me, man. That's all I got.
All right, man.
Yes,
Temporary
sir. Yes,
discomfort,
sir.
man.
All right. So we had some good conversation all on, but let's get into the actual topics. And disclaimer, it's all love out here.
I
If you
love.
catch your feelings, you catch your feelings, but it's all love. All right. And the second disclaimer, we do talk about real things, serious topics at times, but we do also have fun. And this is one of those in between. We serious about what we're saying, but it's fun, funny topics. All right, so let's get it. All right,
Let's get
first
it.
things first. The benefits of being a side man. Do y'all think there is any? Y'all think what y'all think about that? What is the benefits of being a side?
Number one benefit, financial
Right?
benefit. You ain't got to put in
Oof.
no equity when you're a side man.
Oof.
Say,
That's the
man.
number one benefit.
Man.
Every you say, main man
That,
got,
that,
hey, main man got shut out for Valentine's Day. Main man got shut out for birthday. Main man got shut out for what you call it, Christmas. What you say, Simon just pipe in.
Pipe in,
Low investment.
no investment at all. Is almost like living a dream. You get
Nah,
everything
you get all of the physical benefits and none
with
of
no
the,
headache.
the strings attached benefits. So
that's what I'm
Kendrick,
saying.
you
You
got
can't.
what you
No, no, go ahead, Cameron, go ahead, Cameron.
Me.
the man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. I was just say, man, like I agree with Brian. Like it's just like little to no effort needs to be put in, dude. You just gotta show up when requested and bust off. You ain't gotta take care of this, take care of that. You probably don't even need to buy a Valentine's Day gift, Christmas gift. All of that. It's just like you just stay in your lane. Stay in your role, dog.
I
You gotta
think,
Un-
invest nothing more.
unless what?
But I feel
I'm
like
going,
Farrell Wayne are going
I'm
down
going to
the
say
road.
unless you want more from that person, you want their mind, heart, their soul.
No, you see,
Hey,
you
Nah,
saw.
that's
I didn't think you were
see,
going down that road. The
I
part I was
and I
actually
make a
looking
joke. I said
towards,
that because I said that because last podcast Kendrick mentioned talking to Linda and
Linda. Oh gosh,
and he
Linda.
wanted that, but he was a second man.
See,
yeah,
I
So
didn't
he
know. I didn't know my
so he
role.
made
I
it
didn't know my
broken.
role. I didn't know my role.
So
I didn't know my
but
role.
but along those lines though, what if you a side man and you don't even know you're a side man? What if you playing into main man roles, but you don't even know that she have you on the side?
you
So
see,
you
What?
but
doing the
that
same thing. So you doubling up on her Valentine's, you doubling up on that birthday, you doubling up
Hey,
on that
we call her,
lunch.
Brian? Brian, we call her? Mean a
It's
smoke.
them.
Mean a smoke, boy. Mean a smoke. That's what
How
you
you
got.
gonna be
Mean a
like? How you
smoke.
gonna smoke? You don't know you're smoking.
Yeah,
well, if
it
you
had
don't
to
know
be the
you're a
signs.
smoke,
You have to see the sign.
you still a side man,
You're
or
a
just
dumb smoke.
a
Yep.
undeclared side man. That's
That man,
unfortunate for
you're a
you.
dumb smoke.
it's like,
Dumb
Yeah,
man,
so it's
smoke.
like it could be beneficial to her. So it ain't
Man,
just the man
you
them
pull up
with
to a
the
house.
same thing in it.
It's like you pull up to a house, you see a big teddy bear, and he's like, well, sir, I know I ain't buy that from Amazon for her.
hey, the
So
dangerous thing with
hold up, yeah. We ain't hear from Web yet on this topic. How you feel
all
about
right,
that,
so
Web?
You right.
so the side man is cool, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause for one, you ain't gotta deal with a headache relationship. You get less expectation, not only just financially, less expectation in general. Like you sometimes you would be the one that getting linked for like, oh, I get this problem, my man, I get this problem. But other times you just the man that just get called up. Hey, that you know what I'm saying? You got a late night text. Hey, come true. You get a little trip. Hey, come true. You know what I'm saying? But
Not true.
the side man role, yeah, come. Hey, that's coincidental. You know? But the side man role that get real tricky is when it's a, and that's why you gotta have side man ethics. This is my thing. You gotta have side man ethics. You can't be a side man to something that too good because when the girl too good, hey,
Catch
man, the falter
feelings.
sometimes too. Just like
Oh, for sure.
if they take exact, you start to catch feelings for your little situation. Now all of a sudden you see her man doing things, and then you getting vexed. Or sometimes it'll be a vice part like the woman that have a change her heart now and she really want to focus on her relationship. No,
I
you
think
gotta
that
take that
I think that
when
always happen to you though. I think that always happen. Eventually, at some point, she is going to go back to her man, and
What
and
is
and,
it,
and
Tafari? What
usually,
for
Before we
catch
lose,
fire?
you gotta come
yeah,
back for that take.
Run that
dang.
back fire, run that back.
I say yeah. If I feel like that, it always goes back to that point. Eventually, that she goes back to her man. She cut off all her hoes, her side dudes, them, and go back to her man. I think that is almost. I would say what? I would say 78% of the time that happen, and they just go back to them and like nothing happened. Like nothing happened, and they leave
I can't.
the side dude high and dry.
High and dry. High and dry.
Sometimes with no notice,
Yeah,
it
them
just
side that side man
goes.
break up the painful, you know.
That's
Yeah,
why I say you
yeah.
gotta have side man ethics, bro. There are certain rules and codes you gotta live by when you are side man. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go out there with an Indian chain side man for everything. And then again, man who is involuntary side man too. That's the
That
worst.
I tell you.
True.
You
Yeah.
can't be out there
That's a
trying to
scary one.
involuntary. Yeah,
That's a scary part there.
that's almost like simping in a sense. But I mean, you gain benefits, so it's not as much simping. But being an involuntary side man, that fuck a hot in your heart, no boy. You'd be out there bugging over some shit.
You got a
Next
story
thing you
for
might
that?
get into your
I think you
situations.
got a
And,
story you need to tell me, man.
who me?
Who?
Nah, man.
Yeah. Talk about
Me, me,
experience.
me
Talk
ain't
about
get this.
experience.
For
You
me,
never
like
been
I
a
said,
side
I
dude,
don't.
right?
Hold on. See me, I just practice and stand on my side man ethics. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So for one, I gonna always choose a girl that may not be on the level I want to be in a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Not them
Well,
girl
he
that I
got
really care.
process.
Not, yeah, my boy, not them girl that I really care to go out in public with and them kind of things. These are girls where, okay, you know what? She cool, but she ain't really up to your standard. But then you had a jump like maybe on the pum. Nice. You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep it going and she want a little bit more, but at the same time, she come out and tell you, oh, she had a dude that she was talking to. So then you kind of weasel your way in, like, no, we could keep this again, you know what I'm saying? But then, like I said, you keep it minimal contact. We only contact every now and again, little texting here and there. We don't get too close. And I'm saying once you keep that in place, you're straight. So all the Sideman adventures been full and eventful. You know what I'm saying? Clean transitions in,
Let me get
clean
my notes, dog. Let me get my notes because I need to like write this shit down. Like, let me write this down. Like, what? My notepad here.
yeah, man, Sideman ethics. We're teaching how to be good Sideman. What the rules is? What I think the rules is? The rules to being a good Sideman.
Don't
Everybody
get
can be.
attached. Don't get attached.
That's
I
number
feel
one.
like
Four.
I've had a change of heart of condoning side man and side characters,
Hey,
you know.
you know, you can speak from your past. I know you're a
I
married man.
well no. I talk about in general. How about
No, no.
we leave these people girl alone? How about y'all
You
leave
know what?
these people man
I
alone? How
listen. I
about we just go
honestly,
for single people if we going out, you know? Like
I
let's
stand
just
with
be
Father.
respectful.
I stand with
Respectful for love. Check.
I stand with Father. I stand with Father. Because I don't. Let's be clear on the part. Let's be clear on the part. I do not take part in these activities no more.
Anymore.
And that's
No more.
growth. And that's
Let me
That's
say
growth.
one
good,
more.
right?
Hold on. Watch your mouth. Let me say this here one more time.
Uh-huh.
Deshaun Webb does not take part in these activities.
Who's that?
If I slip up and say it's something current, it is satire for entertainment. You hear me? Not really.
A second emotion.
Nah, I jokes aside. I don't condone them thing. And ladies do right by our man them. Stop with that side man thing. But hey, what I live in reality. So give me the side man rules. Let me want to hear this. Like I know I get side man out there. Hopefully, it ain't happening to me. Hopefully, it ain't happening to my dog them. Hopefully, as somebody that's watching this party don't have this going on in your relationship. But share the rules.
But let me
All right.
before I share the rules, you know,
Side man.
again as a committed guy. But before you guys share the rules, and I don't want to give out too much because I don't want to create a segment. I don't want somebody
That's
who
the
are
good
living a
point. We
righteous
don't
life.
want to come out here and create side man. You know what? I think we just leave the side man rules alone. How about that?
Yeah, let's leave it alone. Let's
Yeah,
leave it alone.
Sure,
That's good.
we gotta list some rules that we do. Why not? Why not?
I mean,
A
okay.
side
I
man,
mean, you twist
we
it in
don't,
half.
we
All
can't
right.
create side
Karen
man.
already started off
Woman
with
to
the first
create
rule.
side man. Woman in relationship to
True,
create side man.
That's facts.
true.
That's facts. That's facts. If woman
That's
gonna
facts.
create side man, no. That's
Because they
fact.
hold a key. If they don't
Exactly,
allow such and such to be a segment, we wouldn't exist.
exactly.
True.
So Kenrick already list one. I mean, Fire, I think you should throw out a rule.
I'd say our rule is you don't text first. You don't call first.
Facts. I like that.
So you see, I
Play
would
a
just
role.
say it's a matter of knowing your role,
Yes, you gotta know your rules.
knowing your role and understanding what you're there for, right? It's just a matter of, you see, when when females tend to get into like this whole
Experience.
conversation. Yeah,
Experience coming out. No.
nah, just know your role. You do what you came to do. You come in, come out, call it a day, and just move on. Because when you
Make sure.
start, more time being
Sure.
more time you invest in, is just the more time you get attached. So it's just like, know your role. Just like
Okay,
pop in,
two
pop
more
out.
rules. Two more rules.
Rules for being a side man. I get a rule.
No.
I no, you didn't give one.
All right. So the rules for being a side man. Just to recap what we got so far. First rule is don't catch no feelings.
Yeah.
Second rule is don't text first. Understand your role. The second rule is, this gonna sound kind of crazy.
The third, yeah.
Stay protected.
I'm talking,
Stay protected.
This gonna sound kind of
Stay
crazy,
protected.
but you can't. We can say that one, but that's it. You can't disrespect that man relationship, even though it's already a disrespect in a sense. That's why I say it's some kind of crazy. Even though
Right.
they already
No,
disrespecting the relationship.
I understand where you're coming from, because that's where I was going. Because I personally, my rule going to be, don't ever partake in the bad talking of her nigga, because
How
You can't.
I want a relationship. I want a
You
relationship to stay
if
strong,
you
because I don't want to be promoted to the main man.
facts. If
Like
you have a
you
side man,
need
I
to
want I
believe in
want
them
to be in my life.
foundation in the relationship. It sounds
I,
bad, but you gotta believe in the foundation of them relationship.
right,
facts.
right.
Listen,
Be
listen. As a matter of fact, right, and I want the life to head this center. As a matter of fact, so this the
Man said I
rule.
want them to walk.
This the rule.
Man
Them
said I
come up
wanted
with.
to walk.
You cannot disrespect it. I say side man. This is side man what I want for just who just like on. You don't disrespect the girl that you been in a side man to relationship. And a matter of fact, to your point, Brian, you supposed to encourage the relationship.
exactly.
Tell her to be a good woman. A good side man is telling the girl to be a good woman. You're supposed to be advocating to get rid of your role. You enjoy your
Exactly.
fun and your gun.
But
Help them
supposed to be
rebuild
there
their
for a short
relationship.
time, not a long time. You should not be side manning for more than 2 years. That's
What?
a
No,
relationship.
that's a wild side man by that.
That's a commitment.
That
That's
man
a
said. He
that's a
said,
relationship.
might as well you propose at that point, man. Like, you
But
invested.
that is crazy.
Yeah. 2 years.
You check.
Imagine being the man and the main man in that situation, no?
That's
It's crazy.
wickedness.
If you say man in that long, I believe you need some change to get to put in on the ring, because that's too much.
He said
And
you
that's
might as well
I
sponsor. He
Wait,
said I pay a quarter of the wedding, man. He said, what?
yeah. You
All
go
right.
one
So
go for it.
I'd say we spend a good bit of time. So what was the four rules? Four rules was Brown. Don't catch feelings. 2,
Don't catch me.
don't text or call first. 3,
Facts.
respect that woman and respect the relationship. And it
Facts.
sounded like
Promote it.
4 was promote the relationship so that it remains healthy and they strong and they build a future together.
Facts. Facts.
All
That's
right.
it. Sound
So
crazy, but that's it.
Is it true?
moving on to the next topic, which I guess a sideman could fit this rule. This is when that sideman upgrade and his finances and he could do some big things, you check. But he ain't just sideman.
Uh,
Other people try and pursue women and they do big things for them. And it's relating to flying out a woman, right? I know we've all seen on social media where man cussing or woman cussing about man assuming that sex is a part of the flying out hotel stay, apartment stay, the flying out and sex conundrum. So what are y'all thoughts? Do y'all feel like flying out should automatically be assumed and rewarded with sex?
I can go last, but I want to say this before. If you's a woman, hear me clear. I want to talk in a mic. This mic talk. Hear me clearly. If you have a woman and a man try and fly you out, and you go on this trip in your head that you don't have no plans to have sex with this man, you're wicked. You're
Right.
wicked.
And just
You're
don't go.
sick. You're sick. Just don't go. But I could expand on it. I could take it further. I don't know why y'all opinions on it is, but I just want to open with that statement.
I'll
Okay.
start. I'll start.
Let me hear this, yeah.
Let me tune in.
When it
Let me hear
boils
you.
down in its simplest terms, I feel like yes, flying out a woman should be rewarded with sex, and here's why. Obviously, as a man, if you put in that much and you're investing that much into a woman, right? It already comes with that automatic assumption. And everybody knows that this assumption is there. Not saying that you're entitled to it now, but it that doing that comes with expectations. And as a
Right.
woman, knowing this, if you go in without the intentions of upping the wife, you're doing that intentionally just to leech after man. It's that simple. I mean, you know what a man want. You just try and get a free trip out of the man. And if you don't want sex, tell him, man, yo. And if you still want to fly you out after you communicate that none of this is happening, I don't want to take your money or anything like that. I'd be happy to spend some time with you, but I ain't giving sex.
Mm.
Communicate that. That's okay. We adults here. Speak your mind. But if I fly
You
you
move
out
after.
and you don't say nothing like that, that should already the assumption should be there that exists, and that is what the man is thinking from the jump. That's similar to inviting a woman over at 4 a.m. Not saying that you're entitled to it if she chooses to come over, but you know that these types of hours, these types of actions, these types of movements is tech this but movement. So
Fact.
don't
No shit.
so, yeah. That's my thoughts. Obviously, you ain't entitled to nothing from another person's body, but it,
Facts.
we are men. If we flying you out to Santo Domingo, Punta Cana, Dubai, we ain't doing
What?
that to drink some coffee and
Why
tea.
me?
Our feels
So
going crazy, but let's be real. This is the expectation of woman these days. These women want bad
No,
chick.
it's not because you can't just jump and set the expectation. Man, you have man out here who created these scenarios.
True.
I ain't
True.
want to
that's
label
true.
these guys, but you know what we'll call them. You check. They've elevated it like I flying you to Dubai in the first link and then gain nothing from that.
What
Really?
we call that? What we call that, ladies and gentlemen?
Simping.
Simping.
Pimping.
Simping.
But
Simping.
let me follow up what Farah is saying. Obviously, I'm gonna start off by saying this just to make it clear, fellas. We really ain't entitled to nothing. The
Fact.
intention have been, yeah, she gonna give you the wall when she land, and when she reach there, she could change her mind. That's her right, right? That's her
True.
right.
True.
You can't, you
True.
can't re-argue, by, and if you really on your big man things, she ain't offering nothing. Simple.
Change your mind
You could
before
just
you come.
go.
Take the L. Take the L and
You
just
check
move
L
move
and
on.
go
Change your
about
mind before you
one
come.
medias and talk about. I make a fool of yourself really and truly like, oh, she come and she ain't give me no nash. Alright, you sound bad. But let's be real. I don't know what kind of time people will be on where you saying I go fly you out. Like before I even come out my mouth or anybody come out their mouth and say they gonna fly you, I would assume these two consenting adults is having them kind of conversations. You check?
Mm-hmm.
Like, on that first link, you're supposed to know what time it is. Let's be honest. Like you're not coming for a week. This is a weekend fly out, 3 day max if it's Monday is a holiday. You're supposed to
Fact.
know what time you coming and. So to say like you getting fly out, that's the talk you've been given, and then when you come like, oh, me coming here to do this for you, you know. So why are you coming? Because
Facts.
I ain't got no fancy weekend plan for you. You coming Saturday and you leaving Sunday. What are you coming here for?
Oh, that's a quick trip, man.
Exactly. What are you
Vacation,
coming here for? She come, but she might catch
vacation.
the red eye. Who knows? She come me early morning, and you know you it's straight to the hotel. We not stopping for food. We make
Okay.
we
God
make
The
damn.
man
Man,
Hey,
said
hey,
food.
hey,
He
this
food
man,
hey, so
eating some
he did
sausage. But I said like
But that's what
food
I'm saying.
eating.
If you come,
But
if me personally, you know, come on my pocket, I don't know what kind of conversations you're having with people like you flying out, but you're supposed to be on timing. So if you're not that kind of time, what you even getting in your pocket for? You check what I'm saying?
hmm.
Facts.
I in my pocket. I don't know what time it is. I don't been prepping at there before she come on the flight in the car, so you know when we reach a whatever destination, we getting that first one out the way. After we get that first one out the way, we can do whatever you want. You want to go to the movies, you want to go shopping, you want to go eat. That's cool.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
yeah.
Kenny, wait,
Yeah, I ain't gonna be real. I gonna be real. Like I'm not too fond of this whole flying out thing because once
wait,
again,
yes,
it
wait,
goes.
hold on. Kenny, go in. I reckon you said you ain't flying. No, nothing.
No, 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 no. Let me
You
like
are.
that's not what I'm
Make it
saying.
clear. Let's make it clear. What
Let's
you
make it
saying,
clear,
Henry?
right? All I saying is like I agree with Brian was saying is right. It has to be the conversation would already be had as to like what the expectations are, right?
Mm.
But let's just be real. Like if I fly somebody out and it's like, yeah, me really want to do this, I gonna be real. I gonna take the L. I gonna take the L. I
Yeah,
am mature enough.
no choice.
I am
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
mature enough. I ain't gonna put nobody on blast. I ain't gonna do all that. I would maturely take the L.
That's
And I
cool.
would say, and I would just take the L and be like, okay, cool. But the thing is, whereas where I would respect somebody more is if like what Brian was saying, like if we have the conversation up front and be like, hey, me ain't really trying to do nothing too crazy, whatever. And I would respect a girl more. I was like, no, don't pay for me. I'll pay for myself to come out there. I would even respect that even more.
And I would have no
But
expectation.
and
Right. Right.
exactly. And then even if she says like, hey, me and get a bread to fly out
Mm.
there, but I really want to spend time with you, but I'm not ready to go to that point. But just
Mhm.
having an open dialogue to say like, yeah, like,
Facts.
Exactly.
this is not what it's about. Cool. And then I ain't gonna be real. I'll be real with you. At times, like even if we have that dialogue and that conversation, I honestly don't even expect anything.
True.
I fly you out for the pure sake of like, you know what?
Good
This is the
vibe.
decision I
Good
make.
time.
This is what we
Yeah.
going. This
And
is
you
what going
actually
on.
you made it clear from the jump. So I respect
Right.
that.
Yeah. But all of
Right.
those girls is like, I can't wait to do this, do that, this, that, and the third, and what's not. Nah,
That's
Exactly.
the
man, nah,
worst type. That's the
nah. Because
worst type.
I've seen,
Done.
I've seen, I've seen, I've had partners who that happened. Like, yeah, man, I'm flying my girl over from California to come over here, and I'm just like, dude,
Hmm?
blue balls the whole trip,
Blue
Oh
bars
and
the
man.
I'm
whole
just
trip.
like, damn. I'm like, that's tough.
Blue bars the
Yeah, man.
whole.
I pay like 2 grand for this. I pay 2 grand. And man, I have like some of my sales. For those who don't know, I'm in the military. Man, I fly out these sailors in a big nice hotel and all of that there. And I just like, damn. I sorry.
I think we need a simp button.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
We need a
don't
same
worry.
button for sure.
Some
Mm-hmm.
people, I thought what was coming, but this is my take. I ain't gonna sit on here and beat a dead horse because
True.
y'all don't make a good point, ladies. If you are going to fly out and you know that you're not planning to have sex with this man, knowing the nature of men, of course, not all men are like this. Not all men is going to be expecting something from you, but we know this is real life. A lot of men is doing these things in the sense that they're gonna probably get rewarded with some sex during that trip. But I will say this to the man them, men, also, y'all also have to have the conversations ahead of time, you know what I'm saying? And first of all, you shouldn't even be thinking about no, unless you're on some sim shit or you want them niggas that you just want some company, you shouldn't even be thinking about flying out a girl unless I done had this conversation or y'all done had
Right.
relations before
Exactly.
to
Mm-hmm.
be able for you to say, all right, cool. Like I said, if you're a nigga, you just want to do that, we ain't dissing no simple, whatever the case may be. That's what if that's your kind of thing, that's your kind of thing. Like I said before, ain't tricking if you get. But have these conversations before, and then if in the situation we have talked about, if you do get there, so now you fly out short, you fly short on a nice trip, and she decides she changed her mind. It is not cool to get vexed with this girl. It's not cool to cuss her out. Just like situation I see on Facebook, Instagram. I don't know what the hell I see it, but situations where the girl might get in there, she and her period or whatever, whether she lying or not. It is not cool to throw a temper tantrum and
Hmm.
these kind of things
As
because
a
you
grown
cannot,
ass adult. Right.
And to be honest, this is in any situation. You know what I'm saying? If a girl doesn't want to have sex with you, let me tone down my accent a little bit for the American viewers. If a woman does not want to have sex with you for whatever reason the reason is, getting upset, cussing her out, alienating her, doing any of these things is never the right answer, bro. Take your L, move on. If you decide that it's bothering you so much, you want to cut her off, wherever, but you're not entitled to no sex. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the fuck you do, you're not entitled to sex. So that's all I'm going to say on it because we already beat the dead horse. Woman, won't flat if you ain't trying up nothing. Men, don't fly these girls out with that expectation unless I don't establish this beforehand before I went on this trip and had some kind of conversation. And man, then
Mm.
be direct, bro. Like straight up, man.
Right.
Stop this little punk man fuck boy. You trying wheeze
I
or your
see
way into
you trying to show you
you
my
know
city
that. We ain't wheezing. Hey,
flag.
20 facts that 2024, we not weaseling into no punk. This is a conversation for I. I ain't in these kind of things. 2024, we hey, I gotta make it clear. 2024, we're not trying to weasel our way into no thing. We ain't got half truth, half lie. Just be straight up with your intentions, man. Yes, of course you're gonna take L. And woman, I always I can take the truth. I know I can take the truth sometimes, but if a man coming out here and he being direct with you, do not take it as disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Take it as this man
Right.
is letting you know what's going on and he being real with you. Because you're gonna be real upset when he is not real with you. So accept the realness, have some grace, respect where he coming from, and still fuck with him if he's a good dude. Don't just cut him off because oh yeah, all he wanted is sex. No, my boy, the man just being direct with you. That might not be all he want, but he got to be direct with you. That's what you ask for.
Fair
I
fact.
drop him the mic.
All right. That was a mic drop. So moving on. Moving on. And this is the type of woman that a lot of men would be more than willing to fly out. And this would also be the characteristics of the type of woman that would communicate head on, probably even pay to come up just to spend time because she care for you. That would be considerate and think about these things, right? So the question is, what in your words do you think a high value woman is? What's your thoughts?
I want to kick it off. I want to kick it off. I don't know. I want to kick it off. For me, I think that high value women gonna differ for everybody in certain ways. I think that most men have certain things that they're gonna look for in a woman. And then of course you're gonna have your one off. So let's be clear on this podcast, on Come True Podcast and in life. When we talking, we're not talking about every single body. Duh. We talking
Like
about I feel like we gotta say this, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't hear
right,
these
right. Yeah, and think we talking
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Don't come under this comment section talking about not everybody is like that. This is common knowledge. But for me personally, and I think I will agree with some of these, the main thing for me is for one, as an island man, my woman gotta cook, bro. For one, you gotta cook. Means saying you gotta come into the relationship or whatever situationship, whatever it is, as the best cook. But you gotta have some kind of level, and then if you don't have the level that you need to be, you gotta be willing to grow into that role to be able to cook. Nurturing, what I figure caring, supportive, understanding. You know what I'm saying? I feel like in this day and age, people in general, both men and women, but since we're talking about a high value woman, people ain't really understanding. They quick to cut off. Like you can't get away with nothing. I don't want to say get away. You can't. It's like you don't want to go through no hardships. See,
Mm.
relationships gonna go through hardships. Friendship gonna go through hardships. That comes with it. Stop trying to run from the hardships. I need you to be able to understand that I am imperfect. You're imperfect. I'm not going to have my best moments sometimes. You're not going to have your best moments sometimes. Let's have some understanding and grace to be able to stick by me through my bad moments, so long as it's not something that's really detrimental. Same thing. I don't keep it at those. 'Cause I want you to be able to have some talk points as well. I don't leave those as my main things as to what I look
Mm-hmm.
for and what I would consider a high value woman. No money. I don't give a shit about no bread. You can have a little bit of ambition, but if you're not the most ambition person, I don't really give a shit about that neither. Just to be clear, I take it away.
All
Yeah.
right.
I
Who?
go. Fire,
Yeah,
you
no,
wanna
take
go?
it. Then no, take it. I was gonna ask who
Yeah,
want to take
man.
it next.
I
Pause,
guess
pause,
for
pause,
me.
pause,
Go ahead.
pause. That was crazy. Yeah, I'll get to the one. Take it next is great.
Let me put my hat
I'm
in.
just gonna take it first, so that's crazy too.
Let me put my hat in defense, right? No, but like for me, I guess for me as somebody I think is a high value is someone who adds to your life, right? I think as man, we should be individuals who I don't think everybody have their shit together, right? But you don't need someone to complete you, right? But you need somebody to add to your life. So
Facts,
I think when I think as somebody as a high value, someone who's able to add to my life, someone
facts,
who's goal oriented, like when I think of my ambitions, my goal, my drive, somebody who's able to be my partner, and I say that as my partner, right? Somebody who is to fill in the gaps to where I falter, right? So I'm not going to be real as much as perfect as I think I am, which I am not, but somebody who's able to fill in the gaps and help me to progress in life. If you're
facts.
going to be a detriment to take away from how I am progressing, I don't think you are a high value woman. I think you're just a person taking up space, somebody to add to my life, somebody who is supposed to uplift me, pick me up, help me progress. And I think that's what our roles as a partner is supposed to be, is being able to progress each other. And I guess that's my sentiment, right? So I ain't gonna list off my a million and one topics, but that's one of the main points for me. Somebody who's going to add to my life. Brian?
I
Fari?
agree.
Um, I agree. To piggyback off things Web and Kenny say, like main thing I take from that, the addition to your life. I feel like a high value woman is just somebody who could add, somebody who uplifting and honestly makes you a better person. And I ain't saying they
Mm-hmm.
completing you, but just like Kenny said, they adding to you. Like, where I fall short, I want you to add. Like if I ain't the kindest person, you could come into my life and show me how to soften my heart. If you
Mm-hmm.
ain't the best cook, I could, show you how to add seasoning to your food. You know, so I want us to be able to complement each other, but I don't want you to, just be relaxed. I want you to have vision. I want you to have your own goals, not just a person who's there in a supporting cheerleader aspect. Like I want you to be driven. I want you to be able to do things. I want to be able to root you on the same way you could root me on. And just make me a better person so I can make you a better
Agree.
person. A high value person simply for me is who makes me continuously want to show up, just like Web was saying. Like, everything in always be good. Everything will be peachy. Like believing in that peachy lifestyle is kinda, childish to me. Like I want a person like, man, I sick of you today, but I love you so much I gonna show up. Like that's a high value man. Like it ain't no matter even how vexed I be at you, I just want to show up for you, you know?
Yeah.
Because you hold so much value to my life. So that's why I view as it. Like the finances and the money are that's the extra things, but like the value is how you make me feel. Like you uplift me, and I make you uplift me so much that I even want to uplift you. So it's just like we keep going up and up. You know that that's
Yeah.
that that's why like
Right, and I guess I'll
Facts.
keep it brief because yeah, I kind of done knock most of the characteristics, but for me, like I said, I think a high value woman is one that adds to your life, ones that helped you to be a better person, even if the goal was not for you to get built up by her. It's one that breathes life into you without even asking.
yeah
It's just not something naturally that happens. I feel like a high value woman is, yeah, she's nurturing. She's big on family. She yeah, really just all of that stuff you have been saying. I could care less about finances. Obviously, in this world now, I mean, money is kind of rough with a one income. Where and I'm in a place where I want my woman to completely not work, but in time I'll be completely fine if she wanted to do that. So I don't really
Yeah.
care about the finances, career side. You could be more goal driven towards hobbies or setting up something that you just genuinely enjoy doing. And if that's work, that's fine. But yeah, main thing, one that adds to your life. So moving on. And this is the last topic of the night. So last podcast we had mentioned a few, well not a few, maybe like one or two double standards on the man side that women always complaining about, and then it was left off with the disclaimer or the putting them in the place that double standards is much more beneficial on the woman end. Now with there's specific things that's towards men, but yeah, what are some of these double standards? Any double standards you could think of, whether it's on the man's side or on the woman's side, and obviously one of the most common ones between men and women is the topic of being hoes. Like a woman that have a body count of 7 is a lot different than a man that have a body count of 7, or a woman that have a body count of 10. A lot different than a man that have a body count of 10 to a lot of people. So what are y'all that?
Nah, when are you
One
Brian
of
take that
y'all.
one first. Yeah,
Just double
I
standards
can't
that exist.
say I'm different.
For me, right? I would say for me, I'm kind of indifferent to that, right? I think people are people, right? So
Of
whatever you,
course, of course. You don't think people is people. Yeah, 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 yeah.
hey, man, shut your mouth, man. No. But if I gonna be real, right? Your past is your past, right? And this is just me. Whatever your body count is, I guess the way how I see myself is, I feel like I'm the worst human being on the face of the earth. Like, says like whatever how bad you are, I think I am worse. So it's regardless if you have a body count of 10 or whatever, that's on you, but that doesn't define who you are as a person, right? And that's just how I see it. That's how I see this. Like that doesn't define you. That doesn't make you any different or any what less or what any what less as a whole or whatever. It's like if that's what you did, that's what you did. I guess to me is as moving forward is I judge you as how you move forward. So it's like if you were doing your vibes in the past, that's the past. Moving forward, all right. As we stand right now, is like, are you moving forward? Is like, it's just me and you, and that's just me. And I guess it's that having an open mind in terms of I don't care too much about body count. I don't care too much about like what you did from what you didn't do from whatever that doesn't concern me. And I guess because it's not having a judgment side of like I just know I mean trying to go like biblical or whatever is like who am I to speak in terms of what somebody else has done when I know for a fact I think I've been worse. And that's
So
just me.
stepping away from that one double standard, can you think of any other double standards just that exist out there, common ones that exist, whether it's for man, whether it's for woman, just or if not, we could kick it over
Uh
to Brian.
I come back to me for that one. I mean
All
want to
right,
take up me, I gonna talk
Brian,
forever. So come back to me,
dropping
come
over
back to
to
me,
you,
come back to me.
Brian, or
Come back to
Peter.
me, come back to 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 me.
Yeah, a lot of double standards out there. I mean, most of them tend to favor the opposite sex. I mean, it could go from the simple ones like Kendrick mentioned with the body count. It could go to more violent ones of who shouldn't do this and who shouldn't do that. I just believe like you guys gotta find common ground with whoever you interacting with because everything could go this or that. Who should do this? Who should do that? Who shouldn't do this? So I don't like to go into that double standard thing because we are responsible for our own life and it's too much touchy subject, that I ain't trying to hit on because I know the comment section will be live and I ain't want to have to respond to all those, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pass it on to you for it.
And
Nah, nah, nah.
speaking of those comment sections, let me just know you can take it, but just yeah,
Wait,
if you
wait, wait,
have
pause,
any
pause,
double
pause.
standards,
Interject into the conversation.
dude,
What we
dude,
doing?
I was only coming on in I was inserting myself to say, golly. I was only coming on to say that those in the comment section, feel free to drop some double standards or your thoughts on any specific double standards, and we may talk about it in the next podcast, next episode. All right, that's how we went.
All right. Fuck I pussyfooting. I is pussyfooting round the
No, no, no,
fucking.
no. I guess first, I got stuff to say, but I just try and spread the love
All right,
appropriately,
all right, all
I
right. I
come
cut
back to
you,
me, come back to
cut
me,
you
come back to me.
right to the bullshit. I don't give a fuck if I agree or I don't agree. I'm gonna tell her why the fuck these double standards exist. We're going to
Uh-huh.
start with the one that far right bring up with the body count. Let me tell her something, right? If you're a woman and you got a lot of bodies, right? You're easy. I don't care what I sit on here and say. It takes a man a lot more effort to come out here. And let me say this, right? I have no disrespect towards any woman that have high body count, low body count. As a man, I don't really ask those kind of questions and them kind of things when it comes down to me trying to talk to a woman, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just speaking on the double standard that exists and my understanding and why I could see where the other side is coming from, the men's side, in terms of, okay, if you have a high body count, you're easy. It takes a man a lot more work to go out here and go fish. He have to go. He have to go buy drinks. He got to go talk to you. He got to look decent, and you got to size him up, see how he looking, and then grant him access. Y'all control the access to sex and these things. So if you let everybody, every man that
Okay,
you
okay,
want, man,
I want to
you
play
give them
devil advocate
access.
on this one, yeah, though. I ain't disagreeing with you, but just just so we could sweeten up the comment section, I gonna play the devil advocate for you. Cause you
Talk
Go
to
said
me.
ahead.
it makes it easy, right? But is it truly easy? What if she calculating, like, she precise with who she giving it up to? Say, like,
Brian,
how these women get like a sorting standard. Like, man, if you ain't this tall, this cute, and get this in your bank, me giving it to you. So she may not be, her body count may not be with
Listen to them
a
superficial
15 man,
topics you just
like a
things you
second
list
man.
off.
no, no, even so, we talking about high body count. Okay, so if you
What's a high body
specific,
count? For a number. If you afraid of the comments, for a number. What's a high body?
if you are within my age group and your body count is above like 30, 40,
Yeah.
I think you are a little kind of free. You cannot be upset if a man looking at you like you like
Only four
these man
foot.
hit and
I
you
not judge you, but you don't gotta tell the stories. Like, I don't wanna know, like, tell me the stories that after you pass 10, 15, like, what you were doing.
because that's what I'm trying to show you. Because even if you have a specific like criteria, you telling me that so much man meet this criteria, and then you ain't. And then, like I said, there's some women who
You
that's
know,
the thing.
she was young at one point, so she had to build that criteria. So, maybe when she was 18, she
It's
probably thought
that
that
low, it's that low, and she
money
bring it.
man out. But then when she get 22, she realized that money man that she get up when she was 18, he was driving a 94 Honda Civic. He wasn't really the money man. So she had to level up, her base of what she.
Get that, and like I say, I personally don't have no problem with it because I'm not. I feel like a man you shouldn't even be asking them kind of questions. But if it does
Why?
come,
I don't see the point in asking, like, why do you care?
I mean, some man that's how they think that you guys think about it. A woman that's less hard is a treasure because nobody like able to say. And I know women gonna come and say, yeah, or you have me
People
now.
lie to you, but that's my thing. That's just hot playing for your ego because
Let's think
your
about
girl,
it.
It literally is
it's
playing for
the
your
same thing
ego. You
where
damn
a
right.
woman matriculates to a different city. And Cruz, she could have been a fatty body girl. And then she moved to Atlanta. Now she's a full body girl. You don't know. You
But,
don't
but,
know. She
but,
ain't
And
one
but,
number
but
guess what?
one.
Guess what? Man take a trip down to Cruise and find out that all a Cruise had he is
but,
not going to
When
feel
when
good
you call
about his
Atlanta,
life.
man, you think she bring you home? No, she not bringing you home. She not bringing you home for carnival.
but,
She
but think
bring
about
you
but,
bring you home with nothing.
but now we kind of moving the goalpost. If we stick to cruise now, let's take a small place or just a city. Remember, imagine you dealing up with a girl about to be your wife, right?
Uh huh.
And you going down boardwalk, and about five man don't tell your thing, my boy.
But how you gonna know?
And that's my thing. That's my thing. That's why I don't agree with it. Like, it shouldn't be too. too crazy of a thing because what made you want to sit on here and ask the type of
I don't know
question?
like, why you gonna put that pressure on yourself.
But at the end of the day, it does exist. It exists for that reason. Men have to go out there and work. Women, you control the access. So if you are given a
That's
lot
true.
of access, you're easy. Y'all hate to hear it, but the same argument where they talked about, hey, what good is a door that could get opened by every key? You know what I'm saying? Like they hate to
Man,
hear the example,
that's a
but
free for all. That's a free for
what
all.
good is a door that could be? Oh, what do you want? A door that can open every key, or a key that can open every door? And then let's be real. Well, a lot of women, I don't talk my shit. I don't care if I crucify me in these comments. A lot of women still subconsciously uphold this same thing. Like they contribute to the same double standards as well because I don't care what I tell me. I had to go for the man that gain a lot of girl. Y'all is going for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be postman. They wouldn't be gallus. Or how do they say it in the States? They wouldn't be they ain't gonna be that nigga.
Riz. They
If
ain't gonna be
y'all, yeah,
Riz.
they
They
ain't
get
gonna
Riz.
raise unless you was
They
giving it
get
to
Riz.
if you giving up to them, they find attraction. Like, hey, my partner always tell me, shout out to my dad, you attract more bees with honey. And it's the truth, bro. A woman ain't
True.
want no man that's a square. So don't sit on
Right.
here and tell me about some big thing and then y'all to be on Facebook and y'all I talking my shit, man. I don't give y'all to be on Facebook and Instagram talking about how y'all is perpetuate the same thing, but oh yeah, I don't talk to no bunch of people. I don't keep to myself. I don't have no bunch of bodies. Y'all will sit on here and shame other women for being loose too. So don't sit on here and make it seem like it's just man. Because at the end of the day, right? How the same way I say a man gonna get a lot of access, how these women that's considered whores or whatever they you want to consider them, how they gain all these men. Man still dealing with you. So what's the problem?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to get up and hold us to the same standard, is Ayo that got to hold us to this standard?
But that's the truth, like you said, like a woman could walk into a room with 5 men and she could say to herself, she knows she's that woman. She could be like, all of these men will sleep with me. But it's not the same for a man. A man can't walk into a room with 5 women and say, yeah, I could sleep with all these women. It's not the case. Because
See,
the
Mm-hmm.
that's
capacity.
Exactly.
that's exactly I said that's exactly why it exists. Far right talking shit, man. Cause we ain't said let you get your piece in.
I was going to step away from that portion and get to some just other stereotypes that exist more so on the woman. And we know a majority of the men stereotypes, but looking at things like not stereotypes, double standards.
Oh, share
Wapa
on
catch
mute.
fire.
Bring in one man. We get time.
Wapa get
Y'all can
Wapa
hear me
fire.
game,
still?
man. For those who
Well,
don't know what WAPA is, we are all from the Virgin Islands. I don't give a shit what partner post say. We are all from the Virgin Islands. We are Virgin Islands.
Let's see
When we
that
live
one.
at
and I'm
home,
back.
our what is it, power company that gives
Yeah,
us
our
electricity.
utility
The name is
utility
WAPA. It's
company.
a private company, and
It's
and,
actually
and
public.
they're very finicky. It's not like in America. We have lights all the time for the most part where it never goes out. Back home in the Virgin Islands, your light is you probably is nice to go a week without your power or your electricity going out at least once.
This guy is
So when you
Yeah.
hear
wilding.
us saying Wapa Tectafari, we are assuming that his power went out.
To be fair, it's been weeks since I've had power out in general.
Yeah,
I
now he
in
being
the
political.
in the past 3 months, I'm not. I just being honest.
Okay,
In
Patrick.
the past 3 months, I probably had a power outage twice. To be fair, but
True, true,
I
true,
was
true.
bringing up other double standards that exist, and I was pointing out the disclaimer that just because I mention it, don't mean that I want it to be for men as well. So one of the double standards that exists is how older women could do some provocative stuff with young kids, like in say here in the VI during Juve.
Yeah.
I just see little
Oh, God.
5, 6, 7 year olds walking off woman, and the woman
Yeah, that's
actually bending over and taking choke. That,
Ah, nasty.
I'm
True.
not saying hell no, I don't want that on the man end, but just the double standard on how sexuality is looked at between that difference in
No, but
age.
the far right. But far right, I would say it's just the nature of man, and I mean, also, it's not a matter
that's
of me
why he
watching
said
too
that's why
much.
it's a double standard.
It's a
I
double
would say too
standard. It's
much of
just
me, maybe me. maybe me watching too much Criminal Minds or what's not is just the nature of man as general, and I
You
just me
got to
just being
play the
real.
European rule.
But
Yes, you got.
that extends to way beyond that specific example. Look,
Yeah,
just look at
people
Yeah,
basis.
a celebrity
Yeah,
50-year-old woman that end up going with a 20-year-old man. They'll be like, okay, yeah, good for her. She was able to bag a young
We,
thing. If it's a
we
50-year-old
can
man
yeah,
with a 20-year-old girl, they'll be like, oh my gosh, she was two and he was whatever, and like
true.
looking at them like a predator when the woman is the exact same
So,
situation.
so it's so funny, right? So it's something that a conversation I had with somebody, right? And it was the standard as to, and this is kind of like switching gears in a sense, right? So as how women view like me trying to call out no woman, like like body shaming in a sense, right? It's funny how women tend to like body shame and shame dudes, right? But the moment time I do, we like, yeah,
That's
I
our
ain't
next
gonna
double
like,
standard.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna like talk to you because you are not. So web, shut up, dog.
I was
Because
saying, I was saying, I really appreciate the way you say "fuck" what the five we were talking about, and just
yeah.
bring up a whole nother very.
It,
no, no,
it,
no,
it,
no,
it kind of went hand in hand with the age because that's key.
no, 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 no,
But
no, no, no. It ties into what
Wah,
Farai's
wah,
saying. It is
wah.
because first of all, I am just adding on to what Farai's saying. It's just like it's okay for women to be messing with young dudes, right? But then it's the same way how it's it's not okay for women. It's okay for women to body shame dudes, right? And I'm not saying I am sensitive. If a girl says something about me, it's whatever. Like, you
but
gonna hurt my feelings, but let me say like, what? This girl, yeah,
one of the
ain't
biggest
she
ones
too
you're right, Kendrick. Like a woman could just openly put like it's a regular
say
thing.
whatever she want to say. She could say
You
what
need
she
to
said
be
want to
this
say about a
far.
dude.
This
Yeah,
you gotta
I'm
be
exactly. And
talking
this
about
this,
a loose
far.
one. I'm talking about a loose one. Woman gonna come to you with small. That's what
yeah,
they come with.
no.
Everything. They would come
But
with
Yeah,
But
yeah.
all type of stuff.
to add on, but you see, to add on to what Farah's saying is right. It's okay for women to say certain things towards a man, but let me say, wow, that girl is too big for me. She's a little bit
yeah,
outside of
you's a
my.
body shaming bastard, Kendrick.
What? I will get crucified till Jesus come, dog.
How
And
dare
it
you?
was just more to add on. It's just more to add on to what Farah's saying. It's like, yeah, I've done see woman with young dudes, whatever, whatever, and it's like, yeah, girl, you bag yourself a young man, blah 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 blah. And it's just to add on in terms of what Farah is saying. It's acceptable. There's certain things that's acceptable for women, but let's say if the roles were reversed for men, it ain't acceptable, dog.
Right. And
Let
it's
me
a
go to
double
the gym
standard
right
that
now.
exists.
Yeah, let me. And then this is one of the things I've been holding on to. By trying to be courteous to the. But it's just one of those things. It's like I could hold certain. I could say certain things, but I have to be mindful of what I say. And then we could go even deeper, right? And this will go even deeper in terms of it is okay for a woman to express her feelings in regards to certain stuff, right? But
Mm.
let a man say something. Let a
He's
man
a
say like,
bitch,
yeah, I
he's
feel
soft,
this way.
he
Let
this, he that.
what? I saw. I will be dead before I express myself to a woman. I
We gonna have
die
a whole
before I
part
express
about that.
myself.
We gonna
You
Woman,
know,
woman,
but
woman
but
to be
no, but
so quick to
then
hit or
it's
to cuss.
to
The
judge
man can't do
exactly.
that.
So
The man can't hit or do anything like that.
exactly. So once again, right? So if I bring a concerns to a woman, if I bring her concerns, I say, hey,
Mm.
I didn't appreciate this. You know what I'm gonna hear? But you did this. But, and all of these different situations, right? So it's like I have a lot to talk on this topic, right? But it's more to piggyback off of what Farah is saying, right? There are certain things that are so easy for women to get away with it, right? But as a man, if I was supposed to say, well, what's the difference for me walking off? And that's not something I would do, right? But if I am 50 years old and I get me a younger, and let's just use me, my standards as a younger woman, I will be shamed for that. But a older woman get a young dude, it's like she'll be praised and glorified. Let me say something about a woman about her weight, her age, but then like a woman would carry me left and right because mean tall enough, mean this enough, mean that enough, and what's not it. And that's just the reality of it. And that's my two cents on it. And that's piggybacking off of Farai.
All right. All right. And we can't have a lengthy time now, so I think it's a good point to wrap up Any final thoughts? Any words you want to leave the people them with?
Let me close. Let me close.
Yes, sir. Let's
We
go.
talked
Let's
about
go.
we talked about a few things today. We talked about flying out. Just want to reiterate, you know what I'm saying? I know we had a lot of conversation. I don't want to get lost. And I want to bring some seriousness to the conversation. I know we're having fun. But I want to reiterate, fellas, it's not okay to try to force sex out of women. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing a we're not getting women drunk. We're not doing these kind of things. We're not flying out with well, of course you're gonna have the expectation, but like I shared before, make sure you set those standards and make sure you have this conversation before you do that, before you get upset on these things. In terms of double standards, we're not promoting these kind of things, you know what I'm saying? We need that for it, specifically certain things. We need that for it, no against it. Certain things we're against. I'm not for, and I sure my team would agree, we're not for a bunch of older women preying on younger men. If you are, if to me, in my opinion, I'm not sure if y'all agree or not. Y'all can share if y'all want. But if you're an older person in general, messing with a younger person, kind of check yourself a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because you have a lot more life experience than this person. You have a lot, like, be sure that this is something that you truly want and you're not just clinging to something for the wrong reasons, you know what I'm saying? I don't really promote them things because I'm a man. I have two kids, you know what I'm saying? If I have two daughters and a matter of fact, to be clear. If an older man come talk to my daughters, we have a problem, you know what I'm saying? So everything that we say on this pod, while we may joke on these things, a lot of things we do take seriously, and we're going to give our perspective from both, from our personal opinion and how we see everybody is thinking of it to share these things. So don't sit on here and thinking like we is no fugazi ass kind of people, you know what I'm saying? We stand on what we stand on as individuals. And when it comes to certain things, we write into the end. And I know how my partner get my back and I get it back, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things we going for and there's certain things we ain't going for. So don't take a lot of the conversation lightly. Be entertained, but listen clearly to what we're saying. Listen clearly to what takes before you form an opinion about us. And if you disagree with anything, or if you agree with anything, feel free to share. We're not some people that are going to sit here and shy away from the conversation. As I know Brian said he don't want to go back and forth in the comments, but I know if y'all comment towards Brian, he going to respond, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a constructive conversation. So approach everything with some respect. And we are all open to changing our opinions on everything, you know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of life. You are allowed to have an opinion and you're allowed to change your opinion. I could come on this
True.
podcast today and say something. Far right, Brian, Kenny, or whoever else we have on the podcast could say something. I could change my opinion mid podcast. I could go back and watch the podcast and change my opinion the next day, you know what I'm saying? I want the viewers and everybody and my dog them to know like you're allowed to be able to change your opinion and take a different, I don't want to say better, but different stance if you feel that somebody shares something that may make a little bit more sense to you, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I
True.
want to say. I don't know what time it is, your boy Web.
Yes,
But
I. It's a boy far
yeah,
right.
man, it's your boy Kenny, man. I appreciate you, man,
Peter
for
signing
listening.
out.
Thank you,
Peter,
thank you, Brian, for coming through. Thank you, Kenny, for coming through.
hey, man,
Viewers, for
appreciate you, man, having
sure,
me, man.
of course, for sure, gonna see these brothers again. These is our main man. Them go way back. For those viewers that know us from back home, that know us through school, I know this is our road dogs. You know what I'm saying? So be sure y'all know y'all gonna see this again. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like. I know coming from me and Farah, I give you the mic to share as well. Give thanks for everybody that have shown support so far with the first episode, the second episode, whatever episodes has came out. Give thanks for all the support. We hope I take value from our conversations. We look forward to having, like we said, serious conversation and playful conversation and sharing our word song.
All right. And I just say, I, piggybacking off a web, thank you. Thank you for the support. We plan on bringing in more guests. We plan on bringing in some women to get our females' perspective, women's perspective. So
Mhm.
just keep tuning in, keep coming through, and hold it down until the next time. Peace.
Come true.